Another day in the realm of crypto, and we are still volatile. People do look at the market and think, okay, what's happening next? Are we going to go down towards that 37, 35, 34 range, or are we going to bounce back? We need to look at that. What are the odds? Where are we right now? And what does the price action show you? What does the indicator shows you, right? Because when you look at different actions in the market, you do see like, okay, there is a possibility that this may happen. And these are the reasons which you can use to justify that. And if you look at the market, you are getting similar movement in a lot of different coins, right? Now, if you are looking at XRP, yes, on a 3-day chart, you're still having that resistance slowing down. But, if you zoom in, you are able to watch like, okay, buyers are coming in whenever you have a price drop. So we need to actually look at that. When you go on to XRP BTC pair, you can see from last October, we are in same range. When we go up with Bitcoin. When we go down with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is to go down, we are going to go down. If Bitcoin is about to run back up, we are going back up. Now, understand, if you look at the price right now, we are $42,000 and then slowly bouncing. Now, when we were close to this range, it was at a resistance. So we needed that action inside the market. So that is one of the reasons you look at the charts. Say, while we were here, I kind of highlighted this to my members saying, okay, I think this is a possibility. This would be the next range of support. So you came somewhere close to that and you are now bouncing. So yes, the price action do show different stuff. So right now, if you're looking at the market, when you bounce back from here, it's great. You need to break the previous resistance. If not, you're going to come back down again. Because in this market, you have a lot of assets, right? So that is going to be concerning. So now, if you focus on XRP, you can literally understand, okay, XRP BTC pair, it's low, it's down here. But as you zoom out, you kind of get big understanding. Say, if I'm personally looking at this, yes, we are at the lowest point. We are near or close to the bottom. We are nowhere close to the top for sure. I don't think anyone have a question or a debate about that. But right now, if you look at this area, you can focus and understand, okay, there were times when Bitcoin and XRP used to move similarly for months before it actually breaks higher. And at that point of time, say you go back to March 2017 in Bitcoin chart to actually see what Bitcoin literally did till that time. Say you actually take a weekly chart, you go back in time and just you really want to actually observe till that March, what did Bitcoin actually do? It did a lot. Now, how does it make, like, the main question would be, does it actually make sense to you? Because if you are observing this, you are literally looking at this point. Okay, this was the bottom where you were actually, doing that stuff. Right now, you actually happen to make a bottom. Then, till that March 2017, this is your top. So you broke higher at that point, and that's when altcoins started moving higher. So remember, this is the area where Bitcoin tested its all-time high, stayed close to that and broke higher. Right now, the market is a little bit different, but more or less kind of the same idea. Say, for example, yes, your all-time high was just 20,000 and right now you are around 44, but this is the only range where you are retesting and staying there, above this range or close to this range. So when you bounce from here, you're going to have your wave 3 in Bitcoin and you're going to see the entire altcoin move up. So now let's actually break it through in XRP and then go to different charts, Ether, altcoins, then discuss what are the odds in the market for next week, next month, and so on. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. Right now, you also have news to understand. The recent interview of SEC Gary did go through, and Brad listened to it, and he's giving his feedback here. Just 10 seconds, and he's like, this is literally what he said, and this is what I think. And again, the repeated questions come here and he gives an answer which is really important at that point right now. So yes, the change in news fundamentals all impact, but at the same time, we also do have to look at what other market participants are watching it. If they are going to dump, if the fundamentals are great, we may still continue higher, but after a correction. So it's always better to understand what the market shows us. So let's first actually look at this. Here, what really happens there is like clearly Brad is giving you that idea that he watched that interview and he understood that. Now, let's play this one.
The SEC, he was interviewed yesterday, Gary Gensler was, or maybe it was even this morning, and commented that, hey, we're going to lose some cases. This is the definition of regulation by enforcement.
He was going to lose. You think he was saying he was going to lose your case?
I don't know what he was saying. I think but he did say, hey, we're going to lose some, and we're okay with that. That's the definition.
Where are you on the case? Let's get an update.
So as an organization, Ripple company, and as a leader, Brad definitely agree that yes, they are on the right side and they are not changing their stance. And that's one of the important steps. When you get the market and the change happening in regulators, news, everything, and you're still like, okay, I'm completely sure that this is what I'm saying because this is the truth. Then you look at the world. Everyone is going towards that. SEC is not a security. Now, look at what's happening in the market right now and then put this one there. While we were going into a bull market, SEC came, hammered it, we happened to slow down in the market. Still, we managed to do 1518x in XRP. So when the next wave comes, if the SEC issue is solved, we are going to have skyrocketing impact in XRP price. So the Ether guys will never kind of allow that and they'll try their maximum to put this one. And that's where this kind of narrative is there, which is a security, which is not. Right? Now listen to this 10 seconds. You are going to get a little bit more clarity there.
Well, the irony there is we were in the SEC's offices. I met with Chairman Clayton. I was meeting with commissioners. No one ever once said, hey, we think XRP is a security. And they look backwards and say, now we think it's all a security. That's a hard argument.
Please come back.
So yes, that fair notice, it goes perfectly through because it's completely clear that Team Ripple was in SEC asking for the clarity, and all these years they did not actually give any idea. And right now, they're still chasing the case. They went through it. They, took that decision, that too on the last day when Clayton was stepping out. And I'm like, okay, he had a long time there. He didn't decide what to do. But just before he stepped out, he did that. Why? Because he don't have to actually take the burden. Now the burden is on poor Gary because he'll have to fight it through. And right now he kind of even gives a hint that sometimes SEC lose. Now in this particular case, I'm personally sure that's going to happen. So right now we are moving into the technical side of this. What do you see in this chart? Because right now, Bitcoin corrected lower. Now on a weekly, you're still looking at a green candle. That's great because we are 10% up. We were 25%, but right now 10%. That's not bad. On a daily, you are slowing down at a resistance. Say you can actually literally take your previous resistance and highlight it. You are close to that. You're nowhere close to the support. You're close to the resistance. So if you're a trader, you should be alarmed. Now, if you're an investor, you already bought in here and you are riding this wave. So what do you anticipate? You anticipate that the market is going to come back lower. Yes, make a higher low compared to this one and bounce. And that bounce should actually pierce through the previous resistance, which is 45,000. So if you are able to do that, then you're going towards 51,800. So that's a big move considering where we are right now, $10,000 increase in Bitcoin. Now, if you are not coming towards this range, you may still get a support near this. Why? We were getting supported here, we were getting supported here in the same range. So if that stays valid and buyers are coming in the market, that means we will definitely bounce from this range. And we are kind of getting a lot of buyers moving in. You go into the market, you observe what's happening in the market. And right now, when you look at, now I'm just updating this so that I'm giving you the right volume. Yes, you are literally 1.63 billion in buy and 1.6 in sell. So at the moment, you have more buyers, right? That's actually a bullish news again. So you go to XRP, you see somewhat similar, but buyers are more. You still have the dynamics in the market where buyers are moving, right? Whereas you see HEX, it's like 54,000 in buy and 100,000 in sale. That's a different dynamics in the market, right? Now you look at these and you're like, okay, fine, this is really confusing. It used to be, but say for example, you look at injective protocol. This is one of the member in the crypto market which bounced, right? What happened there? We made a higher high, and at that point I kind of highlighted, don't try to chase green candles. I see this a lot of members, lot of people doing this. That is why I'm saying don't make that mistake. We are trying to learn on a regular basis so that we don't make this mistake again. Now, what happened after this? Because I was talking like, okay, we are going to make a higher low. That means this one is the previous low and you're going to get a higher low. Right now, you go look at engine protocol and this is what you literally observe. You made a higher high. Everything is the same. It's the same chart on the same time frame, and you observe like, okay, now we came back to this low range. You made a higher low close and you're bouncing. So this is what I told you. If you are following the green candle, you may get stuck there. Now ultimately, if you wait, you may still make profit, but it's not like buying at $5 when you're buying at $8, right? That's the point here. So the market actually gives you that idea. Again, say here in Cosmos or Atom, we were talking about, okay, we are in a long-term support range, and it looks like the MACD and RSI suggest that there is a possibility that this can be a double bottom. Then we needed a break higher here. That was my post. We are near the macro support trend line. What do you do at a support? You buy at a support. You sell at a resistance. Now you go in, you look at this, we broke higher. Indicators are still strong. Why is that? Because we were at a long-term support and the market is still bullish. It's not going bearish. So if people say it's bearish, it's completely up to you. But when you look at the market, you see opportunities. If you want to seize these opportunities, understand these calls on the right time, you can definitely look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below, where you get these as well as Telegram alerts. Now, I literally can't show you what are the recent alerts, but there is a lot of stuff happening in the market where you see at least 2 to 3 coins showing you the possibility that it can break higher and continue higher. So the market is preparing, and if you are ready for that, you can look at the market and say, okay, I'm going to trade these 2 currencies right now, and once I have my profit, I'm going to move to 4, right? So that's how you expand. Up to 8, it's manageable. So once you trade these, you are literally making money. The cash flow is coming to you. So observing the market, yes, we are below this trend line resistance. We need to break higher on our short-term chart. So you take a step back precisely for XRP and you see this. We are inside this macro pattern where nothing has changed. So when you go bearish, understand we remain inside this pattern for around a year. Your indicators are strong. If you look at MACD on a daily, it's in the bullish territory. Understand, this is the positive side, this is the negative side. If you go in the RSI, you can see that negative 0.05, whereas here it's positive. So whenever you are in positive range, it shows you the possibility that the price go higher. If you want to learn that from history, come here, understand this. You can go all the way wherever you want and you'll still see the same. When you come from the bottom side, the negative to positive, and stay there as a bounce like this, where it shows a possibility that it's going to cross to the upside, yes, that literally shows you are going to have running upside. The market is going to run upside, but understand this. It gives you a hint before it does that. It won't be the next day or the next day after that, but it can be within a week or a month. Fine, if you have the patience and you understand the indicators and history, you are preparing for that. Because last time you got that price movement, and that was not bad. It was really great price movement. But if you look at this term, it's like, okay, it wasn't actually a long consolidation day. Here you right now have a long consolidation. So the upside with a break here can be volatile. You may run to $2, $3, $4. You can continue higher, correct, down to $3, $2, and then go back up to $8. This run can literally continue within wave structure. So observe the market, stay with the market, make money. Don't step out of the market thinking that there is going to be a big correction coming in. Now, this is one of the reasons why I try to give you guys that highlight about the market, understanding about the market, so you literally know what you are doing before you execute any big decisions. Because people always say this, we are going to drop. And what happens? We correct 5%, go back up. So you sold it, you sold for the spread, you paid the spread. Now if you're buying back, you are paying the spread again. It doesn't make sense, right? So if you have time, do the right thing. Take your time, learn, but do the right thing for your portfolio so it can grow well. Now, if you need assistance, again, you can definitely look at the Patreon, where we post a lot of opportunity on a regular basis that happens in the market. If you want that, you can definitely look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below. I'm highlighting that because this is the start of the month and you still have a long way to go. Patreon charges early every month. So guys, if you receive value for your time, please do hit that like and subscribe button. That support the channel a lot. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.